to go green flag racing. Matt Buckler, Mr. Auto Racing, your final thoughts before we go to green.
Woody Pitcat comes into tonight with a point lead. It'll be interesting to see how he approaches the early laps of this race. Will he go for the lead or will he be conservative?
Double greens are in the air to the bottom of the number 3. Here comes Bowles back to line. Boston is there. Here they come to the front. The Tommy Bowles to be on the outside, but he surrendered.
It's on John Deere country, and he's trying to get back onto the track.
Well, down there. Looks like right front tire going down and suspension problems is the number 17.
Adjustments for Matt Galco. Car number 3 is Dave Galco. Going to be behind the race car, jacking that up. Danny Cates also in for service. They're taking some air out of the right rear tire just to try to tighten the race car up a little bit. Danny Cates' race car said, you know what, we're there, but we're just a little bit off. Remember, he got his win earlier in the season, and they've been struggling to get that magic back to be able to get car number 26 back to victory lane as well. Also on the pit lane, Dan Avery, guys, he has looked pretty strong so far this season and almost had a chance to get a win a couple of weeks ago. After some adjustments and service on the 10A car, he will head back out onto the racetrack.
Dan Case's crew chief, Steve McCarthy, is one of those guys who's not reluctant to make an early pit stop because they're confident in his driver's ability to work his way through traffic. It's not unusual to see Danny Case or Dan Avery make early pit stops because of those guys' talent and their ability to obviously dictate your speed. Started last, and he really didn't spend much on the round by coming in the pit. It looks like they are ready to go back to work. And Tommy Bowles, who had a top 5 finish, almost lined up a week ago, only to hit the wall lead in the race. Let's see what kind of restart he can get against Roland Pennick.
Remember, there's no love between Pennick and Bowles. We saw them get into a couple of difficult early this season. On turn number 4, the green is back out. Settles down in. Here comes Pitcat. He's got car 27 hooked up to right back. Here they come on turn 3. Rocco. 8 are now complete in this 40-lap event.
Frank Rocco is foot damage on that race car after a trip through the grass in turn number 4. A lot of action on pit lane. Eric Vernon as well, right side, doing some work on the suspension there to try to get the handling on that race car. Remember the fact that he was in the outside retaining wall last week, so they've got a race car that they've got to sort out after some damage 1 week ago.
Tommy Bowles' last win in an SK modified here at Stafford was in 1983. But remember, he won a Busch North race here in a very exciting rain-delayed race as we go to Tony Sutter.
Rain, but he walked away after waiting as long as he was. His comments, he said he got run into twice, and the second time he got sucked into the wall and back to green, back up again.
From the exhaust of the number 89 car as he tries to get it fired back up. So 11 laps are up on the board. Galco heads in, came back out, and he's down the pit road. Let's go back to Joe Cox.
On the pit lane, Tano and car number 81 trying to make some more adjustments. They got the plates out again to continue that work on the toe of the race car to make sure everything's pointing in the right direction. But then, I don't know if you happen to see it. It's difficult to see from the grandstand, but it's a little bit easier to see down here on the pit lane. Car number 89 and car number 40, Rowan Pennick and Ryan Priest were beating and banging on each other down the front straightaway, rubbing wheels back and forth. And then all of a sudden, the 89 ends up spun down in turn number 1. Those two cars are teammates. What might have happened there?
You know, we're looking at the instant replay. For those of you who are down in the midway area, if you go by the popcorn stand, you can take a look at it. You see it. They come down the front straightaway, come together like two cymbals in an orchestra. Right in the center of the turn, Pennick's car starts to go around. Our vantage point, it doesn't look like there was contact, but maybe there was. Now, Rowan Pennick's car is on pit road. Let's go back to Joe Cox.
Yeah, they'll make a wedge adjustment to the back of the race car to try to get that car tightened up a little bit again. Remember, he is a little bit loose out there on the racetrack, so Jimmy Fuller making the adjustment very calm, cool, and collected, and we are now being told Ryan Priest will go to the rear of the field.
So apparently they have seen the footage, double-checked it from Race Central. Tommy Fox has the toughest job in the house, and he has decided that Ryan Priest was the culprit because of the rear of the field. It's still a long way to go. 11 of the 40 laps in. Already back out of the racetrack is Todd Owen. The 91 looks to return, but that after the car, they ran so strong in the first 11 laps, is still sitting at the end of pit road.
That car is marooned in spectator country on the safety road, and it doesn't look like they're going to get it out there in time because we're about ready to flick the switch. Tommy Bowles, who has won in the SKs, he has won on the Whelen Modified Tour, he has won on the Busch North Tour, trying to get the jump on Pit Cat anytime.
trying to move the car. Now it looks to be that he will be able to turn around and then perhaps head quickly to pit road or rejoin at the rear of the field. 21 laps, just one lap shy of the halfway marker of this event, Matt. Let's see.
And Tommy Bowles has the lead heading into the second half of the race. Woody Pitcat in second, our 20-leader. Philip Ross the third, Ted Christopher fourth. Doug Kobe is running fifth. Then it's Danny Cates at sixth, Michael Bennett at seventh. As we move ahead to pit road.
He's coming down to pit lane, and the attention of his car reporting crew. And I saw when he spun that the car went back for a moment, and the wheels might have changed direction. Well, Brian Reese is able to get the clutch in time, but so far they don't feel as though there's any mechanical problems. They're just taking that on the left rear tire, trying to do some race car movement. He'll drop the hammer and head back up to the racetrack, Tony Sutton.
Dan Avery is in here. They're checking tire pressure and also shock adjustment on both front and back on the number 10 car. Avery down to the gas and weighing here.
You know, Ben, Woody Pitcat has accomplished a lot in his racing career. He has won late model championships. He's won NASCAR championships. But there's these things. One is to win the Woodland Tour race, and the other thing that he really wants to do, I think, the most, is to win an SK championship at Stafford. There were years when he had the most wins, but he's never won a championship. So he comes in at an about an unofficial halfway point with a 2-point lead. This could be a very big night for Woody Pitcat.
It certainly could be. The Billy the Kid engine's really hooked up tonight. That could make all the difference in the world. Caution flag is out to the field as they come off turn number 4. Hats off to Tommy Bowles. You know, the reality is, not a lot of people remember this, but Tommy Bowles, he's raced in every division pretty much we've had here at the Stafford Sk. He's a serious milestone for him. It's a family operation. His dad is a huge fan, a local businessman. It will be a great day for the Bowles family.
And one of the great pictures that you remember that was in the newspaper, it was after Tommy Bowles won here in the Busch North race. Remember, they had to come back and finish the race back in September. Bowles won, his father Ed hugging him.
Yep.
It was a picture for the ages.
Good people, let's see what's going to go on. Here's the national smile. It's the green flag comes out. What's it going to be off the wall?
Well, it looks like Tommy Bowles has some pizzazz in that number 76 car. SK modified win tonight, and if that's going to happen, he's going to have to do it from the rear of the pack.
That it looks like not quite the situation occurring, and it looks like car number 15 was given the black flag across the start-finish line for over-aggression. That means number 15 will be heading to the rear of the field. However, will he go to the rear of the field, or will he pull out the line and head down on pit road? That's going to change the entire complexion of this event. Michael Bennett was a victim of circumstances, so it wasn't Danny Cates, but now up front, it could be a whole different deal, man, because in the front row, deja vu, it is going to be Tommy Bowles and Woody Pitcat. Row number 2 is going to be a little different deal, and it will consist of nothing but black flag. We'll see down at turn 1 now. So the 15 is going to go out to the rear of the field. That's going to put the 66 of Byrne and Rowan Pennick to the outside of the second row. The third row is going to be Ryan Priest, the comeback kid, and Keith Rocco. We thought he was going to be out of this. He's back in it.
Yeah, Eric Bird was 8th before that caution came out. Now he's 3rd. Hennick was 9th, and now he's 4th.
Let's see what's going to happen. We're about ready to get him fired back up. Tommy Gold has been flawless on all the previous starts. Still holding up. Big Cat nosing inch by inch off the turn back to the right. Now who's going to have it at the line? And it looks like
Ryan Priest with 4 victories, and this one will put him back into the lead heading into July.
Well, that's a good place to be because the first half of the season is over and round number 2. What a great way to start. A great story again for Ryan Priest. As we said before, aggression on the racetrack, given a black flag, went to the rear of the field, came back up, spun. We almost counted him out, came from the back, and he will win tonight's SK Modified CarQuest event.
I think you could put him in the rear of the field like at Loudon, and he can still come back through the field and win a race at Stafford. Tommy Bowles, the feel-good story of this race. Tommy Bowles said last week he was disappointed because he didn't get a good finish. He did tonight. To find out how good the feeling is for Ryan Priest, let's go to Joe Koss.
Well, Ryan, there is not much that keeps you down in a modified. It seems like maybe you should just take on this strategy of going to the back every week. It works out pretty well for you.
No, I wouldn't say I want to make this a habit tonight. That Bowles car was pretty stout, man. If I didn't get a good restart, he was driving phenomenal. He had a ton of horsepower, so good job to him. But I want to thank American Lamp Recycling, Sullivan Sons, East West Marine, Chance Dynamics, Pettit Power, Race Electronics, White Oak Communications, FK Rod, and Sunoco Race Fuel, JG Pool and Drywall for this awesome motor, and Napa of Kent. They do so much for me. And Bob Hitchcock, Kelly Iverson with Hitchcock Cool Water. It's really good to get these wins. And, we're just going to keep on trying to get them.
Certainly the sign of a champion to be able to rebound under any condition today. Comes back from a black flag to pick up the victory tonight in the SK Modified feature event, and he will celebrate in CarQuest Victory Lane. How about Tommy Bowles, though? Tommy Bowles, the man throughout much of the event, able to hang on for a second place run. Tommy, tell me about it, man. You were so close to being able to get to CarQuest Victory Lane. A very good run for you. How does it feel to be back up here on the podium?
It feels great. I didn't think it was going to be that tough to get back here, but it's been a struggle. Working our tails off. The guys all my guys done a great job working the car. The Pettit motor in the hood, got some power. Controller chassis was working excellent. Rob Bear from my chassis guy, he hit something tonight. The car was just like flawless. So I guess anybody could drive us like that.
Well, you did a pretty good job yourself with a good second place run.
I'm trying to give these young guys a hard time. I was like, good. Battle with them, but Ryan Priest is not time zone zone, I guess, but I guess second all that bad.
I don't think you made it easy on him. Congratulations.
Tried my hardest.
Tommy Bowles get a lot of hugs down here in the second place finish tonight. Rowan Pennick finishing in the third spot. Rowan, you had to work your way up through the back of the field as well. It wasn't necessarily an easy race for you as well, but you're back up on the podium.
Yeah, we started up front there and got into a good position, but ended up getting spun there at the beginning of the race and had to go to the tail. We came in and pitted and made the car a little bit better and was able to come back through the field pretty well.
All right, Rowan Pennick will finish in the third spot tonight with car number 89. His teammate, car number 40, Ryan Priest, celebrates the SK Modified win.